All right, today we are diving into something that's been around forever, but is suddenly getting a fresh look through a very modern scientific lens. We're talking about castor oil, and specifically, we're going to break down the claims from our source material about how this ancient stuff might just tap into your body's most powerful, natural, and, well, most overlooked nightly process.
And this quote right here, this is really the heart of it all. This is the idea that frames this entire conversation. It suggests that, inside of you, right now, there's this powerful, built-in healing process that most of us know nothing about, but that we can learn to work with.
So what is this redemption cycle? Well, think of it like this. Every single night, when you're in that deep sleep, your body isn't just powered down. Nope, it's actually clocking in for a secret night shift. It's running this incredibly sophisticated cleaning and repair crew, and it's a process that's said to be absolutely essential for your health.
And what's really fascinating is how this night shift gets broken down into these 4 key jobs. While you're sleeping, your brain is literally getting a power wash. Your liver is taking out the trash, your gut is hitting the reset button, and your immune system is rebuilding itself from scratch. This isn't just some nice idea, it's presented as straight-up biology.
Okay, so this is where castor oil finally makes its entrance. The source material doesn't paint it as some kind of magic potion. It's more like an ancient tool, a biohack, you could say, that supposedly amplifies this entire natural process. It's about syncing up with your body's own healing window to get some really powerful results.
And what's so important to get here is that this whole argument isn't about magic. It's all about chemistry. The real power player, the active ingredient, is a fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. This one compound is what the source claims is behind all the effects we're about to talk about, all because of how it, well, talks to our body on a cellular level.
So, to make all this super easy to follow, we're going to group the big claims into 3 main categories of benefits. We'll start inside the body, then talk about overall systemic relief, and we'll finish up with all those external, cosmetic things you've probably heard about.
Let's jump into our first category, the internal reset. This is all about what's supposedly happening deep inside you, specifically with your gut, that all-important lymphatic system, and your immune response.
Now, the source makes this incredibly bold claim that castor oil is a bloat destroyer. So how in the world does it supposedly pull off such a visible effect, sometimes overnight? Well, the answer, we're told, comes down to a very specific biological switch. And here they are, EP3 receptors. The easiest way to think about these is as tiny little buttons that line the muscle walls of your intestines. They're just sitting there, waiting for the right signal to create movement.
So, according to the source, that ricinoleic acid we talked about comes along, finds these little buttons, and flips the switch. This sets off these coordinated wave-like contractions. Now, the key thing to understand here is that this isn't just about losing water weight. It's described as a mechanical clearing of trapped waste and gunk, literally cleaning house.
Okay, now let's talk about the immune system. The source we're looking at cites a study which it says found that applying castor oil packs increased the body's production of disease-fighting cells by over 60%. I mean, that is a massive number. But what exactly are these cells?
They're called lymphocytes. You can basically think of these as the frontline soldiers of your immune system. So by boosting their numbers, the claim is that you're essentially giving your body's internal drainage system, the lymphatic system, a manual pump, forcing out all that stagnant fluid and junk from your tissues so it can be eliminated.
All right, moving on to our second theme, systemic relief. This is all about calming the entire body down. It's about shifting from a state of constant stress to a state of healing, which, as you can imagine, is said to have huge effects on things like sleep and pain.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Your nervous system has 2 basic modes. So many of us are stuck in fight or flight, running on stress hormones like cortisol, which totally tanks our sleep hormone melatonin. The claim is that castor oil helps your body shift gears into rest and digest by helping to lower that systemic inflammation, which in turn lowers cortisol and lets your melatonin finally do its job. And finally, our third bucket of benefits, external renewal. This covers all those popular cosmetic uses that have kind of made castor oil famous online. Everything from skincare and hair growth to fading scars.
You know, what's really interesting here is the distinction the source makes. Most creams and lotions, they just kind of sit on the surface of your skin. But the argument here is that castor oil is different. Because of its unique fatty acids, it's able to penetrate way deeper, down to the layer where you actually produce collagen and elastin. So it's not just moisturizing, the claim is that it's helping you rebuild from the inside out. Okay, so after hearing all that, you might be thinking, all right, I'm ready to try this. But please stop. This next section is absolutely critical. Because according to our source, not all castor oil is the same. In fact, getting the wrong kind could actually do more harm than good.
And that brings us to this really important question. The source material is pretty clear with its warning. Because of how some oils are processed and packaged, you could be unknowingly rubbing harmful chemicals right into your skin.
So here's the bottom line. This table breaks it down perfectly. Number 1, you have to avoid a chemical called hexane. It's a neurotoxin sometimes used in processing. To do that, you need to look for 2 key phrases on the label: hexane-free and cold-pressed. And number 2, avoid plastic bottles. They can leach chemicals into the oil. You always want to choose an oil that's sold in a dark glass bottle. According to the text, these 3 things are totally non-negotiable.
So let's kind of pull all this together into one big idea. The philosophy being presented in our source material isn't really about adding more complicated stuff to your life. It's about unlocking the incredible potential that your body already has.
And this quote, this just nails the main takeaway. Real health isn't just about what you put in your body. It's also about how effectively you can get the junk out. The whole argument is that true wellness comes from supporting your body's own amazing ability to clean house and repair itself.
And that's really the final thought we want to leave you with. What if the most powerful path to feeling better isn't about finding the next big supplement or a new fad? What if it's actually much simpler? What if it's about removing the obstacles and just helping our bodies run that powerful, built-in redemption cycle they were designed with in the first place? Definitely something to think about.